Indian God is our ten. Thank you.
It's time to listen to a former manager, Reverend Father Joseph Kalipalil SJ. He is at present the manager of St. Michael's Anglo-Indian Higher Secondary School, Kannur.
Dear Father K.J. Thomas, Father Gracious, dear Seema teacher, my beloved teachers and students of Loyola School, Mukundara. I am right now standing in front of the statue of St. Michael. I am in St. Michael's Anglo-Indian Higher Secondary School, Kannur. On July 31st, we are going to celebrate the feast of our Holy Father, Saint Ignatius. As you all know, July 31st is an important day for all the Jesuits throughout the world. There are nearly 18,000 of them doing their work in several fields, mostly in the field of education. I am very happy to wish all of you there in Mukundara a very happy feast of our Holy Father Ignatius. I have very pleasant memories of Loyola School, Mukundara, and I cherish those memories. I wish you the very best in all your studies and other works held there in Mukundara. Thank you. Pray for me. God bless you all.
Lovely dear kids.
Love and grow strong. Thank you.
A leader is someone who motivates us to move beyond a point where we would never otherwise go. And
Our principal, Miss Seema Sevi, is one such person. It's our pleasure to listen to you, ma'am.
Dear fathers, teachers, PTA president, parents, and my beloved students, with immense joy and gratitude, let me wish you all a very happy feast of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, our heavenly patron. I have been asking myself, what would Saint Ignatius tell us when we recall his conversion experience after having passed 5 long and eventful centuries, and that too in the midst of a dreadful pandemic? First and foremost, what comes to my mind is that every fall, every inadequacy, and every deprivation of ours need not be as devastating as it could be. In the life of Ignatius, his fall in the battlefield after being hit by a ricocheted cannonball and the subsequent convalescence was a debilitating experience both physically and emotionally. But it was as well as metamorphosis phase of his life. I think it is very relevant to ask what triggered his transformation. My understanding is that as a soldier, his eyes were always fixed on the externals. However, during his recuperation, he began to delve deeply into his interior self. Maybe for the first time, he began to taste the divine within, and that awakened the pilgrim in him. Dear friends and beloved students, in our busy day to day life, we all are engrossed much in the external, and many a time we are not in touch with our own interior self. Subsequently, we get frustrated, depressed, and distracted quite easily and frequently. Saint Ignatius reminds us from his own experience that we need to examine our inner dispositions constantly to see what forces are guiding us. Life promoting forces like love, truth, and fairness, or life negating forces like fear, hatred, and greed. Secondly, in our life, it is of paramount importance that we make right choices and priorities. Whether in a pandemic situation or in a normal situation, we should choose what better leads to godliness, that is to say, to truth, love, peace, and justice. The celebration for me is a wake up call to put our priorities and choices right and to rise from our fallenness to grace. May our patron saint bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your close to heart words.
Teach us to give and